That is her saying that.
But in saying that, even out of professional courtesy, is there anything stopping you from contacting me and saying, Mr. Naidu, your client, the warrant of arrest has been executed. We've been communicating as gentlemen up until her arrest. You can come and meet your client at Rudaport SCPS. Was there anything prohibiting you from contacting me?
Nothing.
And did you contact me?
No.
But somehow, somebody contacted the press. Because on the arrival of the accused, all the reporters were lined up with cameras.
I don't know who contacted the press.
But she wasn't afforded, or you didn't have the courtesy to contact her attorney?
No. I asked her if she wanted to make a call. She said no.
Okay. So apart from the accused safety and your presumption that she's a flight risk or she might flee, what other grounds of opposition do you have?
As we spoke yesterday, that if she goes to another province and the court gives conditions, for an example, for her to sign, will be giving KZN police officers work in a case whereby, as it was said in this court, in a case whereby a case is scheduled for 2 weeks, whereby she's going to be attending Monday to Friday, that can make it difficult for her to be from KZN to Joburg. The public outcry is the main thing to me. As I said, I feel like she'll be harmed if she finds herself in the communities, whether here or in KZN.
So if the accused are to supply you with an alternate address in Johannesburg, would you be satisfied with that as an alternate address as opposed to KZN?
For an address is an address. As I said, my main reason is her safety outside. Outside, she'll never be safe. Yes, I'm not an expert to say I'll be going with her wherever she goes, but the public outcry, I was asked by court to bring the memorandum of things that were handed over to Florida management. They speak for themselves how community react to the situation. If then she finds herself out of this court, we may not have proceedings to this case going forward.
So you're still afraid that members of the public will attack and kill the accused?
Yes.
Then you'll have more work to do.
Let's pause the proceedings. As part of the executive final.
I didn't ask. I'm not sure if he has received.
You just
I was in
confirm.
the process of receiving.
Thank you. You just confirm the petition.
Your worship, I have not been given.
Yes, please.
Oh, sorry, your worship.
Neither have I.
On time we have 3 sets. Please get the copies. Everything. 3 sets. Yes.
request for permission.
Thank you.
Yes, Your Worship. Sorry, Your Worship.
Yesterday,
Yes, Your Worship.
other things the court also requested to be included in the exhibit bundle. For example, the extract from the school.
Yes, Your Worship.
The other thing is the, as I said, the 212 statement goes with the state outcome. And what else? The application of the lips at the court officer is also not being followed.
As God please.
Please working with you.
Those are there in perhaps.
There was
Also, wait, can you just resolve the issue? Furthermore,
issue also the video, the recording.
yes.
That's mine.
Furthermore, we marked the opens A1. I can mark the applicant affidavit A. So it's marked affidavit A.
As God pleases.
May I please in the
Please.
Thank you. I'm also requesting for permission to just go hand them to Officer Paddy, Your Worship, to just make a copy.
As God please, Your Worship. So we'll get back to the issue of the petition or memorandum. Mr. Jacob? Sorry, sir. Sergeant?
I'm with you.
Okay,
Mr.
thank you.
Naidu.
Just, we'll get back to that issue of the memorandum and the safety of the accused at a later stage. Just to expedite proceedings, you also stated that in respect of the alternate address, that because the father was renting at the property, you were not happy with that situation, correct?
That's true.
So, is it your evidence that only people who own property should be released on bail? And those that are renting should be denied bail?
I'm not saying it's an evidence. Possibilities are that if there's a history that a person is moving from one address to the other, possibilities are that he or she may move to the other address. That may make us to have struggles in case the person doesn't come back to court to trace that person.
You agree that there's provisions in the Criminal Procedure Act that if an accused person during the proceedings or during the duration before the matter reaches trial elects to change his or her address, that notice must be given to the investigating officer and the court for that change of address to be effected.
What are you saying?
So, there are provisions in the Criminal Procedure Act that if an accused person is released on bail and for some reason chooses to change their residential address, for whatever reason, maybe they sold their current house, maybe for a job they had to relocate to another area, there is provisions in the Act that an accused person has to inform the investigating officer and the court of that change of address. Are you aware of that?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So in the same circumstances, if the accused father is renting and they decide to move to another residence, you can be informed and permission can be sought by the court for a change of address, correct?
Only if a person informs me, but if a person chooses not to, I may have problems.
So you don't have to try to be evasive. It's a simple yes or no question. In the current circumstances, if the accused is released on bail and she thereafter decides to change her headdress, she can inform you of same. Correct? Yes or no?
If he chooses,
Yes.
if she chooses to, I will know that there's a new address.
Yes. And there are provisions that permit her to move addresses even if a trial is still pending.
I know.
It's not a matter of you know. Is that correct? So you stated that there were some discrepancies about the time of the reporting of the missing person or the missing child and the events that unfolded thereafter. According to you, the applicant only reported the child missing at around 8 p.m. that night, correct?
That's true.
And from where did you gather that information?
From the docket.
Repeat the answer.
Your Worship.
From where did you get that
From the
information?
docket, from the docket, Your Worship.
Yes, what specifically in the docket?
Can I go through? Okay. A6 of 3. This is the statement for the applicant. On Tuesday, 2025-05-13, at around 1900 hours, Tato and Mpo came to fetch me. We went to pick up my mother from her place, open brackets, 11 St. Leader Complex, 8 Ivan Street, Florida, and we proceeded to Florida SAPS. Upon our arrival, I opened a missing file person as per file number 205-2025. Looking at the distance from Florida, from Fleof, stopping at Florida Lake, going to Florida Police Station, I would estimate that time. The statement for the missing file person that she made when she opened the case at Florida Police Station was commissioned as I handed it over yesterday or the day before yesterday at 2000 hours 26. So the timelines could be there, hence I'm saying around 8.
So if the accused my evidence is that the accused left Swazi Place around 7 p.m. and went to the police station, and it took almost an hour for the police to assist her and record the statement before it was commissioned at 2026. You're not in a position to dispute that, correct?
I don't understand your question.
So the accused evidence is that she left home, Swazi Place, at around 7 p.m. that night. She thereafter went straight to the Florida SAPS. The police initially interviewed her orally, where they were speaking to each other, and thereafter recorded a statement that was commissioned at 2026 that night. So the accused will state that from 7 o'clock to about 7:30, she was at the station or between that time. And it was almost an hour before the statement was actually commissioned.
An hour how?
So
From
the time-
7 to 26 minutes past 8.
Yes, initially the police were reluctant to open a missing persons report. So they were speaking to each other. She was giving a description, etc. At a later stage, they recorded the statement. And in the duration, it took more than an hour for all of that to transpire.
Okay, with times, let me give you this example. She took a bolt at 12 minutes past. I'm giving
We're
you,
going to get to that. We're going to get to that, sir.
I'm giving you time minutes of how you drive from between her place and
Yes,
Florida.
but, so with all due respect, we'll get to that evidence.
No,
Each
I'm not,
time
I'm-
of the
I'm-
day
I'm-
is different.
I'm giving you times.
Okay.
I'm not in that. I'm giving you an example that we have here. She said 12 minutes past, 22 minutes past, that is 10 minutes from from her place to Florida.
Okay.
So if you are now to calculate from 1900 hours to the time the statement was commissioned, that is over an hour. That means if you are arguing the point of she was interviewed and she was denied, the time still, to me, it was still enough time for this work to have been done in that time frame.
Were you present on the night?
No.
So you cannot dispute. If the accused stated that she arrived at the station at 10 minutes past 7 that night, you cannot dispute that, correct?
No, I cannot.
Thank you. You have Exhibit B in the bundle, which is the applicant's missing persons report.
Exhibit B.
The court marked the exhibits with my colleague and I. It is the,
A.
sorry, it's not, it's A1 of the missing persons docket.
Yo.
2 of
All right.
2025.
A1 of the missing.
Yes.
All right.
I think it's,
Yes, I have.
okay. You agree there's a paragraph 1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3. Yes, I.
5,
Yes.
6,
Yes.
and then 5 again on the next page.
Yes.
Okay. Now, can you read the first paragraph 5 for us? That's on the first page.
Paragraph 1 or 2.
Paragraph 5, sir.
Paragraph 5.
5 on page 1.
All right. On the same day, around 1500 hours, I waited for him to come home.
For my son.
Oh, I waited for my son to come home, but he did not arrive. I then called the transport, and he did tell me that, open brackets, Mr. Kumaro, that he dropped my son at 14:45 in a white Caravelle VW at the complex gate, open brackets, Swazi's Place, corner, Lily and Daffodil. I waited around till 1900 hours after I had been checking with my neighbor. Then I came to police station, Florida.
Okay. Now you say it takes about 10 minutes, correct?
Yes.
So if we make the arrival time between 10 past 7 and half past 7, it's realistic, correct?
That's true.
Okay. And then from half past 7 to 20:26 before the statement is commissioned, it's almost an hour, correct?
That's true.
So your estimation is she only reported the child missing around 8 o'clock. And the accused version that it was around 10 past 7 that evening.
I cannot dispute her version on when, what time, but here there are two versions of her, from the missing and when I obtained a statement. But I'm not there. I'm just giving you.
Totally understand. So I just want to get the point across. In your docket, did you take a statement from any of the educators at the school to confirm if the child, Jayden, came to school on the day?
One of my colleagues did.
Is that statement contained in the docket?
Yes.
Does it also give a description? Oh, sorry, Your Worship. My apologies. I see you're still writing. Thank you, Your Worship. Does it also give a description of what clothing Jayden was wearing on the day in question?
Let me go through the statement.
Should we have leave to approach the accused while we're waiting? Thank you, Osha.
Yes. Oh, you wanted me to check what the child was wearing on the day.
Correct.
All right. Must I read it out?
Yes, please.
Or I must check if that is recorded. All right. On Tuesday, 2025-05-13 at about 7:20, I was officially on duty at the above-mentioned address, which is Royal College in Goldman, Florida, where I am an educator, class teacher for Jayden-Lee Meek, who is doing grade 6 at Royal College. On the very same day and time, which was 7:20, I found him already in class, as he was not a latecomer. He was
What time you found him?
at 7:20 or so in class, as he was not a latecomer. He was a calm student. He was wearing a school tracksuit which is red, and a white top with a navy stripe on the chest, a navy blue golf t-shirt. With school logo, red and white pants. He was in possession of his black school backpack. Must Must I further?
No. That's fine, thank you. Do you also have a statement from the...
Let's make a copy for the record.
That's good, please.
I have the copy of the reported memorandum. So please, are you in possession of the memorandum?
Yes, Your Worship, I am.
Memorandum is F
As God pleases.
for the record. Here's the copy of the photograph. Sorry. Here's the copy of the statement that was read into the record. 36. Receipts. Give me 3 sets of the statement. Just hand it over.
I have given it, Your Worship.
I say thank you. 3 sets of that statement. Where is it?
She left party, left with the copy.
That statement. You see?
Thank you, Your Worship. So do you also have a statement from the day shift guard on the day in question?
Yes.
Just peruse the statement. We don't want to read the entire statement to the record. Can you try and find a paragraph where the description of the child's clothing is given in the statement?
All right. Yes.
It is.
Yes. Paragraph 3.
Paragraph 3. Okay. Can you tell us what's written there?
I did my duties throughout the day with no problems. On the day 2025-05-13 at around 1600 hours, I saw a white bus dropping off a young colored boy dressed in red jacket with a Royal College logo on it. He was also wearing a black short. I never saw or noticed the shoes he was wearing. The boy normally gets off around that time.
So you said black short.
He was dressed in red jacket with a Royal College logo on it. He was also wearing a black short.
Black short, yeah. Now, if I take you back to the missing persons report of the applicant. Paragraph 6.
5. Where do you see 6, Mr. Naidu? After 5.
After, what is that? What can you determine? What number is that?
All right, it's fine. I see.
It's 6. No, because
All right,
it's not
fine.
that legible, sir. Not no disrespect to you.
All right.
It looks like a 6 to me, so I'm just following the numerical order. Okay. The applicant states, my son was wearing school uniform with a Royal College logo, a white shirt, short sleeves and tie with black tackies, as well as long grey pants.
I'm not sure where you.
We're going to the last paragraph. Sorry, the third line.
That where.
So the one that we agreed was paragraph 6.
On
The last paragraph.
The bottom one.
Yes, the bottom one, the bottom paragraph. You read paragraph 5, correct? You just read out
You're reading statement for the applicant.
for the applicant, the missing person one on the 2nd of May. The one that was commissioned at 2026, sir?
Yes.
Yes.
No, but that is not what I have here.
What did you just read? You read from paragraph 5 shortly, where you said on the same day around
Yes.
3 o'clock, I waited
The
for my son.
paragraph that follows that one says, while at the police station.
Yes, sorry, my apologies. We're looking at the 3rd line of that paragraph.
You see, Mr. Knight.
My apologies, sorry. The 3rd line?
Okay, my son was wearing. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
It says my son was. Sorry, I'll repeat it because I saw you were not following. My son was wearing school uniform with Royal College logo, white shirt, short sleeve and tie, with black tackies as well as long grey pants.
Yes.
You agree that's there?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Okay. Now, this was the statement given on the night of the 13th. When was the statement of the teacher and the guard recorded?
Let me go check. Okay.
Sorry, was the guard statement not taken for photocopy? Was it go? Was it handed to the police to make a copy?
Guard.
Oh, sorry, the teacher statement.
Yes. Oh, you see, you're making.
My apologies. It just came to me. The guard statement is in the docket, sir?
Yes.
Can you see the time and the date that it was commissioned?
This was commissioned on the 20th of May, 12:10, midday.
20th May, 12:10.
Yes.
Almost 7 days later. 7 days later, after the disappearance of Jayden.
The day.
Yes, from the 13th to the 20th, I'm saying it's almost 7 days later. Now I put it to you that the applicant will state that as per the description given on the night of the 13th, she dressed Jayden up that morning for school and that he was wearing grey pants, white shirt and a tie. You're not in a position to dispute that, sir?
No, I'm not.
Right?
A grey long pants, white shirt and a tie. And black tackies, your worship. Now you agree that we have 3 different descriptions of clothing. The teacher said he was wearing a tracksuit.
What is the date?
Oh, sorry, Your Worship, we don't have the statement back. It's gone for photocopy. The teacher that deposed to the affidavit. Oh, sorry, Your Worship, my colleague has a copy. Oh, sorry, it's back. I didn't see a sneak up on Your Worship.
I'm listening to the call back.
They haven't met. But once we are sorting that out, we should now give the court copies of the photos. That is as a first. As copies, it's 3 pages that were both, 2 of them as I described it today, which is printed on the site.
Yeah, which is the defense confirmed receipts. Say.
Thank you. It is G for the record. Purpose G1, G2,
Once the exhibits are being marked,
3,
thank you, Worship. Sorry. Once the exhibits are being marked, I apologize, Worship, for interrupting. I'm not sure if the court was given a copy of the statement so that it can be marked well. The court is not.
I have to see the call back. I'm waiting for the call.
Thank you.
Your Worship, just for the record, so if you can confirm.
Can someone call me copies of the gate guard statement?
I'm not sure. Mr. Tiko, you still have the gate guard statement?
Yes, I think so.
As a please. So do you confirm that the educator statement is dated the 15th of May 2025 and it was commissioned at 13:31?
What?
Sorry. The educator statement is dated the 15th of May 2025 and it was commissioned at 13:31.
Let me go to that statement. It's 8:18.
Yes, sir.
So you said I can confirm what?
The date and time. It was the 15th of May 2025 at 13:31 that afternoon that the statement was signed and commissioned.
That is correct.
Your Worship, would your court, would your Worship wish for me to wait for the statement of the, or can we proceed? Thank you, Jim. Now, sir, do you agree that there's 3 statements, one by the educator, one by the day shift guard, and one by the applicant, and all 3 have 3 different descriptions of the clothing that the child Jayden was wearing on the day in question?
Not totally.
Okay.
That jacket is the same. And the teacher and someone else spoke about shirt, white shirt.
Okay, just bear with me. The teacher says that the child was wearing a tracksuit.
Red in color.
Yes, a tracksuit. The tracksuit, we're going to assume, is a pants and top, long pants and a top. Correct? That's generally what a tracksuit would mean.
Assumption would depend with the person.
Okay. Did you get pictures of the school tracksuit for the docket
Yes.
from the school? Or
No.
no,
From Unit 13.
no. We're talking about the actual tracksuit of what the school issues. You don't have. So if I tell you the bottom is a long pants and the top is a jacket, that is a complete tracksuit.
Without the logo on.
No, with or without a logo, sir. With a logo. Let's just say it had a logo. You'd agree we're talking about a long pants and a jacket. That is a tracksuit.
Some people they say track bottom.
Okay.
If it's a trouser.
Yeah, but I'm rather we should raise a concern. As a conclusion. Okay. Even from the statement itself, Your Worship, in fact, I don't think the entire Okay, maybe just to get the point across quickly. I mean, the statement says he was wearing a red and white top with a navy stripe. It's found on the chest and a navy blue T-shirt with school logo and red and white pants. So perhaps if my colleague then, instead of making assumptions so that we get the call going issue faster, perhaps if you can then ask around that as well.
As God please, Your Worship.
For the purpose of the record, there's a clear distinction drawn by the educator between tracksuit and then later giving a description of a pant.
As God please, Your Worship. Okay. So, do you confirm that the educator stated that the child was wearing a red and white pants in a statement?
He was navy stripe.
No, the pants. We're talking about the pants. It was a red and white pants.
Yes, I see that is written on,
That is written
on
there,
her
correct.
statement, on her statement, yes.
Yes, okay. Then do you confirm that the day shift guard said that the child was wearing a black shorts?
I don't have that statement. with
Your
me
Worship?
now.
Oh, nobody has it. But from the notes, you stated black shorts.
If it's written like that, I
Oh,
cannot
there we are. The
dispute
statement
it.
is back, sir.
Thank you.
Do you have the statement of the guard back, sir?
Yes,
Taking
yes.
up security guard is not there.
As God pleases. Can you confirm that the security guard statement states that the child was wearing a black shorts?
Let me check.
Point
Go to the paragraph.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, Your Worship, my apologies.
You said what? What paragraph? What paragraph?
I'm not sure. I've only just been handed the statement, so I'm trying to. You just read it out for the record.
All right.
The
Yes, I see.
description of the clothing.
Paragraph 3.
paragraph 3.
Yes.
We're about
From line 4.
from line 4. I saw the white bus dropping off a colored boy dressed in a red jacket with a Royal College logo on it. He was also wearing a black short. Correct?
I see that.
Yes. So you confirm that the description of the bottom of what Jayden was wearing was a black short.
Yes, I do confirm.
And then if we refer you to the applicant statement, do you confirm that she stated that Jayden was wearing a grey long pants?
Yes.
So going back to my original question, do you confirm that we have 3 different descriptions of the clothing? Not all of the items, but
Yes,
let's talk about the bottoms only. 3 different bottoms on the same day, one by the same child. You agree?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So there's contradictions in what the child was wearing or who saw the child wearing certain items of clothing.
I understand that.
Now, I put it to you, sir, that the applicant will state that the day shift guard stated that he never saw the child entering the complex on the day in question. So, yes, to the applicant. When the applicant approached him at around 4:30 or 5 p.m.,
Instructions.
may I just get the correct time? As a
Very
correct.
important.
Thank you, Worship. The accused will state that it was around 5 p.m. after she searched the complex that she approached the day shift guard to confirm whether Jayden had entered the complex, and he stated that no, he did not see him entering, or did he witness the transport dropping him off on the day in question.
Based on the information given that was presented before this court yesterday, I would say no. There were OB copies that were presented here showing that there was never a report made before 6, nor any report made to security. And the security on his statement, the statement that you've just received, said nothing was ever reported to him. Therefore, there was never a communication between the security and the applicant with regards to the missing child.
It's pause there.
Should I need to approach the accused?
Let's pause on the issue of that he was saying that the report was made to the security.
Thank you, Worship.
Let's just clarify the point, or at least there in the OB entries or the statement, you get this assertion from that shows that the report was made before 6 o'clock.
I let him go there. She wasn't. Your Worship, with your permission, can I, Mr. Duma, what reference is it, the OB? OB.
Please exhibit C.
821.
821. Oh, thank you.
I have the OB report open, as well as the statement.
821.
On the statement I gathered that the security guard left at 6 o'clock from day shift.
That is correct.
I reviewed with nothing reported to him. And I understand when you were saying, if you're saying no report has been made before 6 o'clock, what time was the report first made to any security?
I think it's 2000. I'm looking for this. It's 2000 something after 8.
Let's interrogate that evidence.
I'm looking for
So the
it.
question is, what was the time
I'll-
the report first time to the security?
Once I get to that ship, I'll give you time. It was highlighted yesterday. Oh, I've found it.
Thank you.
Paycheck of 2, alright. Okay, the day shift security guard started on the 13th of May 2025. He started his shift at 6 o'clock a.m. till
You are
8.
reading from Exhibit C for the record.
Yes, he started at 6 o'clock a.m. and reported off at 1800 hours, and there's no report made. It's highlighted at 2030. That was the first report made.
So for the record, the first report was made at 2030.
That's correct, Your Worship.
And that is Exhibit C. Please proceed.
Let's go, please. Now, so where are we on the OB entries? On 821, page 1, what's the last diary entry number?
That's Exhibit C.
Exhibit C, yes, Your Worship.
Where are you now?
The occurrence book register.
Yes, this one.
Okay, it's Exhibit C for us. It's 821 for you.
All right.
Okay. If you look right at the bottom,
Yes.
the first column, serial number.
Yes.
Okay.
So, just for the record, remember that it's 2 pages of the office. So, is it the fact?
The first page. I mentioned page 1, Your Worship.
And the time.
Okay. If you look at page 1, at 2 a.m. that morning, the last entry on page 1.
Yes, I see.
What's the serial number of the entry?
Looking at the sequence, I would say 386, 387, 388.
388.
Suppose.
Okay. Now, the accused, or the applicant, sorry, will state that when she went to the guard, the day shift guard, prior to 6 p.m., a diary entry was made and her number was given to him. Sorry, Your Worship.
Entry made
An entry was made
in the OB.
in the OB
Hold on.
and the applicant supplied him with her telephone number.
Hold on. Because timelines are of the essence in this matter,
Your Worship, it was around 5 p.m.
work prior to 6.
Oh, my apologies, Your Worship. But prior to... No.
Instruction.
Yes, God, please. Thank you, Your Worship. Okay, the applicant will state that it was around 5 p.m. where she approached the guard. An OB entry was made around 5 p.m. by the guard, where she supplied him with a telephone number and informed him that she was going to walk up to the shop to check for Jayden, and that if Jayden showed up, he must contact her telephonically so she'll come back to Swazi Place.
Hold on.
Is that recorded on the OB entry?
No.
The applicant will further state that just before 7 p.m., she can't remember the exact time, her mother had sent a friend by the name of Mpo, who is the mother's lift club driver, to fetch the accused from Swazi Place and take her to the Florida SAPS, as the accused had no transport. And at that stage, Mpo had supplied the night shift guard with both the accused telephone number and her brother Qan's telephone number, which was also recorded in the OB entry.
There is no such record.
Hold on.
Now the accused will state that the next morning, when there was some, I'll use the word arguments, for want of a better word, between the security guards, the accused family, and the police, etc., about the child, and nobody contacting her telephonically to inform her that the child's body was found on the staircase, when in fact her number was in the OB entry.
Hold on.
Sorry, Your Worship. So, there was an argument when the accused and her family arrived at the scene when the child's body was found, that the night shift guard had recorded the accused and her brother's telephone numbers in the OB entries. Yet, the night shift guard elected to phone the transporter, who in turn phoned the accused to inform her almost 50 minutes later that the child's body had been located. Are you aware of this?
No, I'm not.
And at some time later, when the applicant and her family returned from the hospital, they went to take a picture of the OB book, and the page from the OB book had mysteriously disappeared.
I'm not aware of that.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
I'm just asking with a court's permission, so I'm just trying to get the sequence of how the statement is being phrased. So the allegation is that, okay, the applicant and her family came late. They took photos of the OP book, and then fine, some time later then the OP book disappeared.
No, they did not get a chance.
We did not, Your Worship.
Thank you, Worship.
They did not take a picture of the OB book, Your Worship. The page that they intended taking a picture of was missing. Which the next question will make relevance, Your Worship. Okay. Now, sir, you remember I referred you to the last entry, the number.
Yes.
What number was it again?
I said looking at the sequence of the numbers from above, this could be 388.
Okay. Now turn to the second page. What is the first number on the second page of the OB?
4, 5, 4, 4, 4.
No, sir. The first entry
No.
on the top of the page.
No, since it's like that, I have to look like the way you've looked before.
Oh, my apology. You're going back. No, I'm asking not the first, not the last. The first
I understand.
one. Okay, thank you.
I understand. 0401. I would say it's for 0401, even though it's not clear.
Okay, and the second entry?
0402.
Can you tell us where's the OB entries from 389 to 400?
No, I cannot tell.
If we're following the sequence of numerical entries, you would agree that at 0200 that morning, the night shift guard made an entry 388/05/2025, correct?
That's true. 02 then to 04.
Yes, and then he goes to 4 a.m., which is entry number 401/05/2025.
I see what you are pointing to.
Yes. Now you agree, if we're looking at numerical order, entries number 389 to entry number 400 is missing from this OB book.
Yes, I see what you are pointing. I have
Do
never.
you have a comment?
Yes, what I can do is to go check the original book if there's no mistakes made.
Did you bring it to court?
Yes, I can, Your Worship.
Another question. Were you the person who photocopied the OB book?
No,
Who made those copies, sir?
I cannot recall who did the copies.
It's not certified either.
Not yet.
Not yet.
All the more reason to bring the original.
Yes. You mean not yet? When were you intending on certifying the document, sir? If it's an exhibit in the courtroom?
I may have overlooked that due to the volume of the work I had. Not to say I didn't certify it intentionally. I know it has to be certified.
You overlooked it, or you didn't think that I'll be asking you this question today?
With the original available, in looking at what you pointed out, I think it's still the time to certify it to be the true copy, if it is a true copy.
Okay. You are the investigating officer.
Yes, I am.
All right. You cannot recall whether you made the copies or somebody else made the
I'm
copies?
not the one that made the copies. I just cannot recall who made the copies.
Who is in possession of the original OB book? Or occurrence book, sorry.
It's the security company.
Yes. How are you going to certify it if you were not the person who made the copies?
When I see the original, I will certify it to be the true copy, if it's from the original.
And if the original is no longer available?
I cannot certify it.
But you agree that whoever was tasked with photocopying this book photocopied 2 consecutive pages with the 13th of May flowing into the 14th of May. You agree?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. Then you'd also agree that entries number 389 to 400 are missing.
No, I cannot say they are missing. I don't know what is happening. Only when I see the original OB, I'll understand what is happening.
Sir, I don't know if you're trying to be evasive. Look at the first page. Okay, Your Worship, I'll withdraw that statement. My apologies. Let's quickly go through. Look at the first page. Start from the top.
I'm on the first page.
All right, you're on the first page.
Yes.
It starts from entry number 347.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
You agree?
Yes.
Night shift report of duty, Joe Ntambo. I think so.
Yes.
Okay. Then the second entry, it's entry number 347 again.
Yes.
Okay. Then he goes 348, 349, etc. And he comes down to 388. Everything up until 388 is in numerical order, you agree? Until it jumps to 401.
Yes. I see that.
Okay. So you agree in between, if we follow the numerical sequence, we would be looking for where is entries number 389 to 400.
Only when I see the...
Yes, but common sense dictates. If the guards were following numerical order, those are the numbers that are missing.
I think there...
That's a copy, Your Worship. We are failing with this witness. All right, sir. We'll leave that. Let's move on to the guards. The statement you received, from the guard. What nationality is the day shift guard?
Congolese.
Congolese.
Yes.
And what nationality is the night shift guard?
Both of them are Congolese nationals.
Both of them.
Yes.
Have they status has been verified by you?
Relevant, Your Worship.
Your Worship, it will become relevant, Your Worship.
Please consider the interpretation.
Has their status been verified, sir?
No.
No. So you don't know if they are illegal immigrants?
No.
Okay. Are you familiar with the SIRA Act?
Yes.
What is that act, sir?
Is that any person that is rendering security service provider must be registered with private security industry regulatory authority.
Your Worship, with the leave of court, may I hand in copies? I've taken the liberty of making copies so we don't have to send the oddly running back and forth. My apologies. Your Worship, I made a copy for the court as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the witness, Your Worship. Sir, I've got the entire act in my possession, but just to save time, I've made a copy of the relevant section, section 23 of, let me just get the citation correct, Your Worship. The Private Security Industry Regulatory Authority Act. Now, Private Security Industry Regulation Act 56 of 2001. Okay? You confirm that you have section 23 there?
2A, 23 years I
Section 23 of the Act. Okay. If you turn over the second page, it's typed out more clearly and visibly for you to read. Okay. Now it states that for a person to be registered by SIRA, they have to be South African citizens. Yes or no, sir?
You can give me time to verify what you are saying. I cannot rely on this because I don't know where is this from, and
No.
I see foreign nationals being part of the security industry. As to how they are regulated, I cannot just agree with you with what you are presenting to me. I have never made a research to what you have made the research on. So for me to ascertain myself, you'll have to give me time, do my homework with regards to that.
All right. Just for argument's sake, and if I am misleading you, the court will stop me. Section 23 of the Act states that, sorry, Your Worship, any natural person applying for registration in terms of section 21(1) may be registered as security service provider if the applicant is fit and proper person to render a service, a security service, and is a citizen or has permanent resident status in South Africa. Okay. Have you verified whether these Congolese are South African citizens?
I wasn't there to verify nationality of those people. I was there to obtain statements with regards to the matter that I was investigating. Therefore, it was not my interest to check. I'm not regulating SIRA. I'm working for SAPS doing this work. So I wasn't there for that.
So there's a possibility that both these witnesses are also illegal immigrants, correct?
This is very much problem. I'm rising to object. That's why I was asking from the one side, Your Worship, because now my colleague is speculating. So if he's going to say that, and he must take it as a fact and also give us authority for that assertion.
Your Worship, it's not an assertion. I'm asking if there's a possibility. It's not been verified.
This objection stands. It's going to require speculation at this point in time in the absence of the evidence.
As the court pleases, Your Worship. So,
Yes, Mr. Naidu.
prior to the next court date, would you be, if you afforded the opportunity, will you be able to give us the status verification of both your witnesses?
On what capacity?
On the basis that if...
I want you to get to the relevance.
Your Worship, the relevance is that the state is relying on the statement of this day shift and night shift guard to place the child at Swazi Place on the day in question. If there is a possibility that those both guards are arrested in terms of section 49 of the Immigration Act, they can be deported. So they won't be available to the state to testify at trial stage.
I had a completely different picture in my head as to where this would go. I did not think we were going to argue this. I thought that we were going to tie the boat with motive.
Sorry, Worship?
No, it's not.
Okay. So,
Leave that aspect.
we'll leave that aspect for argument, Your Worship. Now, in going further with, and he denied ever seeing the child. Oh, he stated that he never saw the child enter the complex, neither can he confirm whether the child entered and left. However, the night shift guard confirmed that he saw Jayden-Lee in the vicinity of the complex on the day in question, being the 13th of May.
I'm not aware of that.
And the night shift guard gave a description to the applicant that the child was wearing a vest and a shorts and was seen in the common area on the day. Is there any statement by the night shift guard?
Yes, there is.
Did he give a description of the clothing, or did he confirm whether he saw the child on the day in question?
I can check.
Thank you.
You wanted to know if the night shift
Guard had seen the child on the day in question.
And there's a statement to that effect.
Correct.
So must I read his statement?
Just go through the statement and see if there's any mention of what the applicant.
But I don't recall him saying he has seen the child.
Just read through it. Whilst waiting for the IO to read through the statement, what time will your client reportedly have be informed by the night shift guard of this? What time?
Oh, Your Worship, may I believe so. Thank you, Your Worship. Your Worship, it was around 5 p.m. The applicant would also state that the night shift guard was residing upstairs in Swazi Place. So he was already on the premises for the duration of that day and was waiting to come on duty at 6 p.m. So both the guards were together at the guardhouse when she approached them and informed them of the disappearance of Jayden.
No, there is nowhere where he says that. And his address is somewhere else, not there. And the owners of the flat, they said this security guard has never had an occupation in that building.
Well, the tenants and the residents will say otherwise, sir, but that's a matter for evidence at the trial stage.
No, this night shift security
No
guard,
description of the child's clothing.
no,
Okay.
no.
Well, the applicant will state that she was informed that Jayden was seen there and he was wearing a white vest and a shorts, but to her knowledge he never come home and changed.
No, the security started talking about the missing child from 2030. Nothing before that time.
Night shift guard.
Yes, Your Worship.
I see it's 1:10. The next point is of very vital importance to the defense. I'm not sure if the court wants to take a short adjournment for the benefit of the staff and accused before I started that cross-examination.
Yes. It's a turn off. You will reconvene at exactly 4:02.
As the court pleases.
It's for half an hour.
Yes, thanks, Your Worship. Can I read how is it written?
Yes, we're waiting for you to confirm.
On Tuesday, 2025-05-13 at about 20:30, I was in the guard room at Swazi Place busy writing my OB. Came two unknown males and one unknown female. and opened the gate I opened the gate for them as they were coming from outside the complex. I didn't have remote to open the gate. The three of them came to the window of the guard room and asked me to come out of the guard room. I did came out and went to them. When I spoke to them, they asked me if I know about the child that was missing, and I told them I don't have any report from the day shift OB.
Hold on.
I told them I started working at 1800 hours. They told me that there was a child that was missing from 1700 hours. They showed me the picture of the child that was missing. And they asked me if I knew the child, and I agreed that I know the child. I always see the child in the morning.
The last statement. Do you know how long those security guards were working at that school?
No, Your Worship.
This is something that's easily ascertainable
Yes, Your Worship.
from the employer.
Yes, Your Worship.
Please proceed.
That's good. Jesus.
Inspector Sharp is still reading. He's still reading.
Oh,
He agreed and said he also saw the child in the morning. Continue from there.
okay. I know the child. I always see the child in the morning. When I am doing day shift, the child's going to school being picked by transport. That was his explanation to those people.
Thank you. May I just have leave to approach the accused? Thank you, Worship. Now, the applicant will, in keeping with the court's questions, will state that she and Jayden had only been living there for 2.5 months, so she's unaware as to how long the night shift guard was working at Swazi Place, but she can confirm that the day shift guard was only employed there for 1 week prior to Jayden's disappearance?
No, I cannot say anything to that.
But you can verify that for us,
Yes, I
for
can.
clarity purposes. Thank you. Okay. If you make reference to the, oh, sorry, before I forget, there's no mention in the statement that it was the applicant who informed the night shift guard of the disappearance of Jayden, correct?
Only later, after the paragraph I was reading, I saw that she came together with the police now.
What time is that, sir? If you the time mentioned?
At 2200 hours.
2200 hours.
Yes. Okay. After he was informed by these people and they showed him the picture, those people left. He then reported the incident in his OB and carried on with his work. On Tuesday, 2025-05-13 at about 2200 hours, the police and the mother of the missing child and her family parked outside the gate, and I opened the gate for them to enter the complex. And the police came to me and asked me if I know about the missing child. And I know about the missing child from 2000 hours 30 minutes. And there was no report made by the day shift security guard to that incident. That was the explanation he gave to the family and the police officers that came at that time.
So, in keeping with the questioning, at 20:30 when the incident was reported, the guard did not confirm that it was the applicant who reported it to him at
Said
first.
unknown people only specify when she came with the police that it's the mother of the missing child.
Now if we can go back to the guard's OB entries, 821.
There's a copy of the statement that
Very good, please.
Yes, I'm there.
I'm not sure you're going to end the statement. The
Which one?
the one we've dealt with.
court requested a copy of the night shift guard statement first, sir, before we proceed.
Apologies.
All right.
Alisma Mzanga was the date.
Thank you, Ashok. Okay. Are we on the same page now? Okay. If you look at the OB entry, just to confirm before, the night shift guard. Oh, sorry. At what time did you get to Swazi Place on the 14th of May 2025?
On the 14th,
14th, yes.
myself,
Yes.
I got there around 3, after 3.
Was the day shift guard on duty or the night shift guard?
Both guards were there.
So the night shift guard was still on duty, or he was present but not on duty?
Both guards were there.
Okay. What I'm asking is that the night shift guard obviously worked from 6 p.m. on the 13th to 6 a.m.
With the situation that I explained yesterday, that the place was overcrowded, I believe they were assisting each other to control the situation. So even though whether according to them officially he was on duty or not, but he was present, both of them were present. As to whether they were doing overtime or he was just there, I cannot tell. Why was he there? The other one.
All right. Now if you look at the entries, if you look at entry number or serial number 347 of 5/20/25, 6 a.m.
347 on the first page.
On the first page, yes, sorry. 347/05/2025.
Yes.
Can you see the word order on the second line? It says day shift on duty, Alex Munganga, situation report, all in order on site.
Yes.
Can you see the word order?
Yes.
Okay. Now if you go down to entry number 382 and entry number 384, 05/2025. 382 and 384.
Yes.
The word order also appears on those entries, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Is the handwriting the same?
Yo.
Look at the words, it's distinct. I know you're not a handwriting expert, sir, but look at the word order.
I see the order, but like you said, I'm not a handwriting expert. I cannot say anything to that.
Okay, but looking at it as a lay person, is that is,
I asked that we don't venture into that question because then the witness will be caught in whatever opinion that might be
as a court, please. Okay, sir, we'll move on. Now, there's entries for the night of the 13th to the 14th, correct?
Yes.
With the handwriting of the night shift guard. We would assume it's the night shift guard on duty alone, making the entries in the OB.
The duty arrangements, I cannot tell you who was writing, not writing. Therefore, I cannot say anything to who was writing.
Fair enough. Do you not question the guard as to who makes the end? Are there more than one guard on duty at any given time? Do you know?
I don't know the arrangements between the client and the security service provider, how many guards are supposed to be on duty.
Did you
I was
not
just there to do my duties.
Did you not inquire?
No, I didn't, Mr. Nigel.
Okay, no problem, sir. If you look at the OB entries for Thursday, the 15th of May 2025,
Yes.
would you agree it's the identical same handwriting for the 14th?
I see the writing.
Is it identical?
Yes, it is.
But that would be the day shift guard's duties, correct?
Yes, it's the day shift.
Thank you. Okay. Now, may I move on, Yosha? Let's move on to 4 a.m. on the second page.
Yes.
This is entry number 401 05/2025.
Yes.
Okay. Situation report: the mother came to change clothes and go back to the police station. Is that correct?
That is what is written.
Yes. Am I reading correctly? I'm not
Yes.
reading the court. Entry number 402 of 5/2025, 5 a.m. Situation report. I cannot make out what's written, but it says, go out of the complex. The child still.
Look like two. I want to say 2 minutes.
It could be 10 minutes, Your Worship. Situation report. Okay, go out of the complex. The child is still missing, and mother go outside, but I cannot understand that. But she did not. But I realize she did not change any clothes, and outside there was no Uber or Bolt. She just walk away. Is that correct, sir?
That is what is written.
Okay. Now, on Monday afternoon, towards the latter part of the afternoon, you were giving your evidence and you stated that at some stage the mother was informed of the child's body being found, and she took quite a long time to get back to Swazi Place after receiving the phone call. Do you remember that?
Yes, the statement reads that she took a while.
Correct. Now, you went on further to state that at some stage before, the applicant had taken 10 minutes to get to Swazi Place, but the second time around it took much longer.
That is correct.
Okay. Now, you further testify to the effect that the applicant was seen by the day shift guard at 4 a.m. that morning at Swazi Place, correct?
That is the information given, yes.
Yes. And you confirm that with the witness statement?
Yes.
A witness has deposed under oath that at 4 a.m. the applicant was there, and around 5 a.m. she left Swazi Place.
That is what is given.
And she returned back after the child's body was located.
That is correct.
Okay. Now, is that a true statement or a false statement? According to your knowledge and your investigations.
I'm not sure what I'm asking the witness to give an opinion on.
This year was
Okay, sir. After thorough investigation of the timeline, do you believe that that witness, if called to testify at the trial, will be misleading the court under oath, or will be giving a true reflection of the events? May I continue, Your Worship? I'll withdraw that. Now, Sergeant, is it correct you are in possession of evidence confirming that the accused was never there between 4 and 5 a.m. that morning?
I don't understand that question.
What made you make a comment that it took the accused 10 minutes to get there from the time she departed her mother's house to Swazi Place on that morning?
Let me check on my tower locations. The person that can explain the tower location thing as to how was she moving from the towers in Florida to Fleoff is an expert. I cannot explain this part.
Totally understand. Let me assist.
When did you move from one tower to the other?
Okay.
That places her in Fleoff from Florida after she spent time in Florida.
The applicant also deposed to a statement, correct? At some stage, to you, after the
Yes.
incident. It's in the docket.
Yes.
Okay. You recall the part of the evidence of the applicant where she left out that she returned to Swazi Place on the morning when Jayden-Lee was.
Yes, I do.
My instructions were to strategically leave it out of the affidavit. The reason being, when the applicant was arrested, sorry, Your Worship. Thank you, Your Worship.
Yes.
Sorry.
Strategically, because
Your Worship, just before I continue with that, I just want to ask one question. Sir, any documents contained in the docket, is the time of death recorded?
Time of death.
Yes.
Let me check on the...
It's not in the post-mortem. You don't have to bother looking at that document.
All right.
No, any other document besides the post-mortem?
No. I asked the doctor whether can they tell as to at the time the child was pronounced dead, how long. They say they are unable to do that, not unless they are called to the scene where the person is found there and there, then they can estimate, not to give an exact time. In this case, then the child was brought to the hospital. Police officers couldn't call any doctor to the scene.
So, the post-mortem that we have in our possession, is that going to be the final post-mortem report that's going to be used at the trial, or will a more thorough post-mortem be filed?
This is the final post-mortem.
With no indication of time whatsoever, of time of death?
When the doctor gave this post-mortem, he said this is the final. Not unless you have specifications that you'll be requesting, then I can.
I think we almost touched on this aspect.
I understand you, but
Where the court said at the post-mortem assist giving us the window.
okay.
And in this post-mortem specifically, there was no real mention. Colors, yes, are blue, reddish, green, yellow, but no indication if it was fresh or healed. Because those are the words that normally would assist in getting a timeline as to how long it was there. I think that has...
No, but the point is not about the post-mortem. We're just trying to establish.
Yes, Your Worship.
About those aspects.
Thank you, Your Worship.
As the court pleases. Now, sir, the reason I said that the accused instructed me to strategically leave out the time of death is because when she was arrested, it's either you or somebody in your team that affected the arrest had told her that the time of death was around 4 a.m. that morning, between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m., and that's what was told to her as the time of death of Jayden-Lee.
I don't know who told her that. I cannot say anything to it.
Okay. And the reason why the accused instructed me to strategically leave that out is because you are in possession of a phone as well, where she deposed to a statement and confirmed her time of arrival at Swazi Place that morning. Can you refer to the statement of the applicant?
Yes, I can. Where she mentions times.
Yes. Because you emphasize the point that when you were following the timeline, you felt it somewhat irregular that the applicant did not mention that she came back to Swazi Place in the morning when Jayden was found. But that's incorrect because she gave you a statement under oath confirming she was there. Is that not so?
That is correct.
Then why were you emphasizing the point to the court to try to mislead the court that she never told you that she was, well, it's not contained in the affidavit, but I mean, it's not to your knowledge that she was there that morning?
No. There I was asking about the affidavit handed in by the applicant, not about the affidavit he gave to me.
Okay.
So you're mixing two things now.
My apologies. But at some stage the applicant did tell you that she was present at Swazi Place that morning.
Yes.
You can confirm that?
Yes, I can read it to you.
Okay. Just only read the part where the applicant states that she came back to Swazi Place.
All right. Okay. I left with my mother to her place. We arrived at 1:55. We were awake all the time. I took a bolt on 2025-05-14 at about 5:12, and I arrived at 5:22 at my place, which is Swazi's place. I refreshed myself.
Can you just go a little slower, sir? Just give us the times again. You're going so far, I don't even think.
Okay,
the worship
I'm apologetic about that one.
Just start with the bolts. She
At 5:12, she took a bolt and arrived at
5:22.
So that is where you got the information about the 10-minute trip previously,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
And what time did she depart?
I refreshed myself and I left again at 5:47 back to my mother's place.
05:47.
Yes.
Okay. Your Worship, with the leave of the court, may I have leave to hand up the copy of the trip confirmation for the Bolt taxi?
Yes.
It was down.
It's just mark the affidavit on the, I think it's the 19th.
That's good.
Exhibit K, Exhibit K. The affidavit of Joe Kanda. Supposed to be driver confirmation. I see there's a name on top, the day, and then the times at the bottom.
Thanks, Your Worship.
What does this mean?
Your Worship, this is the Bolt trip that was ordered by the applicant, and it shows that she boarded the Bolt taxi from 10 Hull Street and she got off at Swazi Place in Daffodil Street on the morning of the 14th of May 2025, confirming the time that she got into the Bolt taxi at 5:12 and alighted it at 5:22. Now the evidence of this is contained in the phone that the investigating officer has in his possession. Hence, yesterday I had requested for the cell phone to be brought so we can verify this.
Thank you all for the record.
As God, please. Now, sir, in keeping with the timeline, according to the accused or the applicant, do you agree that between 4 and 5 a.m. the applicant was never there?
I cannot answer that question because it's her saying that and you having this as a proof that indeed she traveled the way she traveled and the person has given his statement. So I don't know whether the other person that talks about 4 can come and give something else. So that can be confirmed by both of them before this court.
Nothing else can be confirmed, sir. You have a OB entry confirming at 4 a.m. the applicant arrived. At 5 a.m. she left. You've got a sworn statement under oath that confirms that. At 4 a.m. the applicant arrived. At 5 a.m. she departed.
So
do you agree?
Mr. Naidu, you're saying I must refute the statement talking about 4?
No, I'm saying let's accept your witness's version that he deposed to an affidavit under oath
That's
to
true.
say that the applicant was there at 4 o'clock and she left at 5 a.m. Right? He made an OB entry to that effect. And yet the applicant can prove that she has an alibi. Between 4 and 5 a.m. she was at her mother's place of residence. And she only left there at 5:12 when the Bolt ride arrived.
Hold on.
Thank you. Now the applicant was also informed that the time of death according to the post-mortem, which we now know has no time on it, was between 4 and 5 a.m. when the applicant was never on the premises.
Is that a question?
No, it's not. It's a statement. The question is, do you have a credible witness who deposed under oath to confirm the applicant was there between 4 and 5 after seeing?
I'm not in position to say a witness is credible or not. I think there are people who are at liberty to say or to answer to your question.
The court can make a finding on that at a later stage on credibility.
And Mr. Naidu, I also need to.
So you don't get to. Oh, you're adding or you're asking me a question?
No, I'm adding on and answering. With what you are saying, it's like me. I have to align times. I cannot align. I obtain statements the way people are giving them. I cannot align timelines for the sake of making collaboration to situations. So I have to obtain the statement of the applicant the way she gave it to me, and my colleague obtained the statement of the other witness the way he gave his statements. Therefore, we couldn't say no, man, the other witness has said no. We obtained statements the way they are given.
I totally agree with you, but you agree that there's going to be severe contradictions when we actually get to the trial as to the whereabouts of the accused between 4 and 5 a.m.
I think the time will tell.
Okay. Now, before we conclude, I see it's almost 1:30, Your Worship.
Yes, sir.
Now, you are in possession of the applicant's phone, correct?
It's in possession of the state.
Oh, my apologies. Is it in the SAP 13?
That's true.
Okay. Now, the phone, if the phone is switched on, it will confirm that vault right, according to the applicant. Will you be able to make it available on the next court date so that we can access it?
Yes, I can.
Okay. And also, sorry, Your Worship, in respect of the time of departure, can you confirm what time the applicant departed?
From where?
From the records on your
from her mother's place or from her place of residence?
From her mother's place of residence to Swazi place on that morning.
She left at 12 minutes past 5.
5.
Yes.
And she arrived at Swazi place at 5:22. Can you confirm that?
Yes, you have given us this document.
So you confirming and
when
agreeing
she
with
was
her?
giving me statement, she was looking at her phone, and I never doubted her whether to say she's not telling me the truth. No.
Okay. So in saying that, the fact that you are accepting the accused version and you agreeing that she only arrived at Swazi place at 5:22, when you testified, it was incorrect for you to state that the applicant was at Swazi place from 4 a.m. that morning.
No, you were referring me to the OB made by the security. I was reading.
I did not lead your evidence, sir. It was my colleague.
No, I was reading the entry made on the OB that reads as 4 o'clock in the morning. So not to say I was saying that, but you made me to go and read. I was reading what is written.
No. Forget cross-examination. We talk about Monday afternoon. On Monday afternoon, you paused to bring it to the court's attention that you found it strange that the accused had failed to put in an affidavit that at 4 a.m. that morning she was at Swazi place. Correct?
In the morning of that morning.
Yes.
That was never mentioned. That was my concern as to why that was left out. Yes, I did raise it up.
And yet when you mentioned it, you had already known that the accused was never there at 4 a.m. because you had a sworn affidavit from her confirming she only arrived at 5:22. What was your intention?
My intention was to reflect on a situation that the applicant was at Swazi's place that morning, and that was never recorded on her affidavit.
But you specifically gave a time, sir.
It was left
You
out.
specifically said 4 a.m. and it's recorded. We can play back the tapes for you if you want.
No, for me to mention any time, whether her time or the security time, those are the times given here. And at that time, you didn't give me this. I didn't have this to verify the times given.
Yes, it was, like I said, it was strategically left out because we wanted to show that the depth that you are trying to place the applicant at Swazi Place at 4 a.m. when it's purportedly the time of death of the deceased. I'm not going to go on further on this aspect, Your Worship. I see it's almost half two. If we can adjourn the proceeding at this stage, and I'll start afresh with the next point.
Just for the record, so we start fresh tomorrow. There's nothing reporting the time of death at this time.
Yes, Your Worship.
You're poorly and purely acting on instructions.
On instructions, I apologize.
So there's nothing for the record that reports time of death. Just leave it at that.
As the court pleases.
Your Worship, I'm so sorry. You asked me to bring the book.
Yes.
Now I booked it out from the SAP 13.
I see. And the seal is still intact.
Yes.
And there was no photo taken of that page.
I can verify. I can verify on photos.
What will the challenge be in breaking the seal?
No, there's no problem in me breaking it because I've got another pack, another forensic pack to reseal it.
Because out of the way, let's break the seal. Whilst the record is still running. The exhibit bag has been handed to the investigating officers by the state. Reason for getting off a new to an empty bag. The court is requesting that the seal be opened. Read into the record the seal that has been broken. Read the seal number into the record.
The seal number reads as P4B.
SP
P4B 000 3636 54.
Thank you. Remove the one item that was discussed, which is the school book, so keep in today's work. That is all. Item detail removed from the black school bag what reports to be one hard copy book. Open the page. And we now play it into the page in question. I see my cover to be sending out in page 2.
Why do I take it, Your Worship?
Just go through with the stand. Is their name appearing on the front of that black part of the book? What does the book belong to?
On the cover, it's not written, Your Worship.
Inside?
Inside, there's somewhere where it's written, but it's work. Jayden, hello. Hunter, hello. Hunter. What is your name? Jayden, my name is Jayden. Jayden, what is your name? Hunter, my name is Hunter. It was schoolwork, but for
In
this,
response to the question, the name Jayden is being inserted.
yes, Your Worship.
Go to the page.
To the page of the 13th May 2025.
I agree.
I think I took the wrong book, Your Worship, because I don't understand Afrikaans. Can I take the book maybe that is written in English?
The one in the day's work is appearing. It's today's question.
This one appears, but it's written in Afrikaans.
I want to see the book that you had inside to. That had the date on. Was it that?
Yes, this one.
It's that one that you have to. Because that is the one in question.
I'm sure it's not only one book that has
I
a work.
understand that, but I referred to the one in the
Okay, there's work for the 13. Let's say 60. Dienstag.
Wednesday. So it's the 13th of
May 2025.
And then start his driving written there, and he's got the class work for the day.
Yes, Your Worship.
Just take a picture of that, right?
Yes, please, Your Worship.
It is still your photograph of that day. You can place the exhibit back into the forensic bag and seal it in the presence of the court now, so that the seal number is placed in the court. Just take a picture of that one.
Your Worship, I'm just switching my phone on.
Defense. Yeah.
Your Worship. Your Worship, my apologies. Before the
1 second.
the bag is sealed, now that it has been open and exposed, can the contents of the bag also? No, this.
No.
That's what it is.
You could like it to one page and one page only. Please close the bag and seal it.
Before we close it,
Yes?
did the court want a copy of that page?
Yes.
Because you can just make it in the machine and then it doesn't.
What I said was, leave the photo there. You can still send it to yourself and put it down. I want that to be sealed now. Now, time is of the essence.
No, it's fine, because as I see it, or the court doesn't want the pages in it.
The page is a photo and send it to yourself.
Not the one I would like to see the picture.
WhatsApp it to my colleague, Your Worship.
Please place the bag, the school bag back into the new exhibit bag, as well as the bag and read the seal number into the record.
You find it plastic? You find it there. Just make sure that it's a mini plastic one. Just put it in, yeah, mini plastic.
This is 50,000 people.
It's the other page is making it larger.
The new seal evidence bag number is PW 3000 583561.
Repeat for the record.
PW 3000 583561.
Take instructions from your client that she was satisfied that the bag was open yesterday. The seal was broken, the exhibit was removed, the photograph taken was placed back into the new exhibit bag and was sealed in the present. Take instructions
That's
from
good,
that
please.
and confirm the date.
Your Worship, the accused confirms that the seal was broken and the bag was resealed in her presence. She has no objections to say.
tomorrow the court have a copy of that page. We will mark it accordingly. For today's proceedings, we have arranged to go in that time. Did you say Friday?
Friday, Your Worship.
You had explained to your client your unavailability to
Yes, Your Worship. I have explained to her.
that what Mr. Meek has explained to you.
Your Worship, I also can confirm I've sent the photographs via WhatsApp to Mr. Duma. He can,
It's your arrangement as long as I get the copy.
as a copy, yes.
You can stand. We have already arranged in chambers that the matter is to be remanded to Friday for the continuation of these proceedings. My custody will be brought back Friday morning. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Court's adjourned. Thank you.